Hey, what is up everyone? Today we're going to be taking a look at the Moving Palace by Razzleberries to see if you should buy it or leave it in the marketplace. So let's get straight into the video. Let's first take a look at what we will get, then I'll go through some pros, cons, and after that I'll give you my final opinion, so stick around till the end of the video to hear my final thoughts. Okay, so to start things off, this map instantly caught my attention from the thumbnail to the idea of a moving palace, so I instantly was hyped about this map. But I was on the fence personally. I went to YouTube to see if there was a review. I wanted to see this palace move, but to my disappointment, there was not a single video. My doubts of this palace actually moving grew. But I decided to go through with getting this so I could do a review. I spent around $5 for this map with the slim hope that the palace would actually move. I've seen some crazy stuff done when it comes to marketplace maps, and a moving palace did not seem that crazy of an idea. So let's just fly around and take a look at this palace and get to the moment that you've all been waiting for, to actually see if this palace will move. Then we can get to the pros and cons, and I will end the video with my final opinion. Drum roll please. The moment you've all been waiting for. Well, sadly this palace does not move, but I still have some pros and cons and my final thoughts. So even though it doesn't move, I'm glad to be able to show the truth about this map. Some pros. It's a really great build. As we're looking around here, there's a lot of detail, and this is no just casual build. There is some thought and effort put into this, so that's a pretty big pro. Another pro is you can get a lot of great loot and have a fun survival challenge and play this map how it was originally intended to be played, and there's even a small amount of lore or story involved, which was decent. At least they tried. It's about protecting this village from the moving palace that's going to run over this entire place. So they give you a little bit of initiative to actually go in there and stop the moving palace and get some of that loot. Some of the cons. It is false advertisements, and I wouldn't have a problem with that if there was a disclaimer in the description. But that leads on to my second con. There is no disclaimer saying that the palace does not move at all in the description. It is very misleading. And the inside of the build is not as good as the outside, and it seems a little lazy with the challenges. It kind of seems more like an afterthought than something that was planned out to have this challenge to get loot from the moving palace, because the loot is very lackluster and is in very weird spots, and there's also not even that much. Moving on to my final thoughts, do not get this map if you thought the palace was going to move, but if you really like the build, then get it. But personally, I think they were trying to be misleading with the title of the map to get people to spend more money for a decent build. I've gotten better though for cheaper. If they were not trying to be misleading, I would have at least liked to have seen the palace move a little towards the village and cause some damage, because the village and palace are so close to each other. I feel as if something like that would be manageable, but if that's not possible, please leave a disclaimer that the palace does not actually move. That would be great. And speaking of great, thank you so much for sticking around to the end of the video. You are a great person for that. I hope you kind of like the new style of video a little bit better. As I've been taking it easy, I've used that opportunity to brush up on my YouTube knowledge, and I did a bunch of research and learned a bunch of new tips to improve the quality of my videos and live streams. So if you did like the video, be sure to do just that. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Anyways guys, I want you to have an amazing day, night, or whenever you're watching this video, and I'll catch you in the next video or live stream. Peace out.